Hey guys, it's Megan. I wanted to just jump back on here. I've been trying to wait until my voice did not sound like this because I'm sick to make another video, but for some reason it just keeps getting worse. So we're just going to deal with the weird voice and I'm going to go ahead and make a video. So the last video I made about Ryan and his insane ideas about Kylie Rodney and her family and this entire situation being fake. I touched a little bit, I didn't go into any detail about how my family's been through a tragedy with one of my family members that passed away. So I wanted just to say, not going into a bunch of detail because it's not about me, my mom was murdered way back in 1999. It's still an unsolved case. I'm from a super teeny tiny town in Ohio. And it's still unsolved. And I just wanted to say that anytime something happens to one of your family members or someone you know, especially when it's your mom or your child, anytime something like that happens, you're going to have people that talk about the situation. When my mom died, I was only in 3rd grade, and I cannot express to you how stressful it was to listen to all of the insane rumors and things that were going on at that time about my mom's case. And the fact that it was a murder and we live in a teeny tiny town and that there were no arrests made, it caused a lot of people to talk. People still talk about it now to this day. A lot of people knew my mom. I remember being, in 3rd grade, like I said, and people coming up to me at school and saying, oh, I heard that your mom got shot in the face, or I heard that, there was a conspiracy around the town that this certain person had something to do with my mom's death, and there was all kinds of stuff. And I've saw a couple comments on my video of people being like, well, how do you know that the family cares about anything he's saying? Or how do you know they're not sitting on, or that they're sitting on YouTube and watching any of these videos? Believe me when I say, they know exactly what's going on. They are seeing this. I can't, with what was going on in our tiny town of like 8,000 people and how many people were talking about it and still talk about it to this day, I cannot even fathom if there was a person of Ryan Upchurch's caliber talking about my mom's case and my family. My entire family was torn apart by that situation. And we only had, random people in the town talking about it. It was horrible. You go through something like that, even if it was just an accident, the media coverage that this has gotten and how many people are talking about it, this is absolutely affecting that family in a negative way, 1,000%. And if they want to hire an attorney, he also came on my video to let me know and everyone else know that he can't be sued. He can absolutely be, Google libel and slander, the difference between having an opinion and defamation. You can't make up a lie about someone, especially a family, going through a tragedy and try to say that it's an entire conspiracy for GoFundMe. Do you want the people that he's alleged, or, the amount of organizations that would have to be a part of this scam that he's alleging? Do you understand? What are they doing it for? $60,000? Now $60,000 is a lot to me, but as we all know that Ryan Upchurch loves to remind everyone how rich and successful he is, he should know of all people that $60,000 is nothing. With all the different organizations, Adventures with Purpose, the FBI, for God's sake, all the crisis actors, Ikmel, Xana May, Ronnie, the girl that's, pretending to be Kylie, with all of those organizations involved in this scam, what are they going to do? Split the $60,000 between all those people and everybody can get what, $500? And that would be worth what this is? It's ridiculous. The amount of people who think that he is just brilliant beyond words. He can post a picture of a tree with clocks hanging on it and their mind is blown. They can't believe it. It's so deep that, like, you guys don't understand. Like, Ryan is so on another level that, like, it's so deep. Like, none of us, regular folk could just ever be on his level. They think that everything he does is this very meticulous, coded, he's making all these coded moves, and all of us that think he is doing anything wrong, we just don't have the IQ to understand how deep it is. And, like, he's making all these moves on purpose. It's insane. And at least before, when he was coming up with, people that are lookalikes and whatever, at least before, you'd kind of have to look at it and be like, well, it does look a little similar. Now, the last thing he posted with Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie, it's like, are you fucking kidding me? If it wasn't so pathetic and sad, it would be funny, because it's like, dude, it doesn't even kind of resemble each other. So I don't know if this is to promote it's working. If he's doing this to promote himself, it's definitely working. Many people who had no idea who Ryan Upchurch is definitely knows who he is now through this case. So since I continue to get comments about the family not being affected by his behavior at all, I really want to drive the point home for everyone who has never been through something like that. It's not that the family's sitting at home stalking all the true crime pages on YouTube. And like I said again in the last video, if you want to have theories, if you want to talk about it amongst your friends, your family, a small group of people, and you want to talk about something, it's completely fine. It's like, if something like that happens, of course people are going to talk about it. I don't understand how people don't see that the difference comes in when you have a platform of his size. When you have an entire group of 3 million people who act as your minions. It's cult-like behavior, it is. When people are able to defend the outlandish things that he is saying, that is cult-like. When you have a platform of that size, I know it's cliche that, like, with power comes responsibility, but it does. And it especially does when you are making this type of an accusation that a family has developed a scam pretending that their 16-year-old child has died a horrible death for money. That is slander. That is defamation. You're accusing them of a crime. A scam is a crime. That's what you're doing. When you have that size of a platform, you cannot just jump on random YouTube channels and start spouting off conspiracy theories and having all your minions go and do the same thing. You can't do that. You can do it, but it's disgusting and you could get sued. So I'm just putting that out there. Families who go through traumatic things and have a bunch of people talking about it, they are very much aware of what's being said, and it very much affects them. It still affects me and my family to this day. It's been over 20 years ago, especially when you have no answers and there's constant speculation. please trust me when I tell you, it affects them. It affects them negatively, and he very well could be sued. And it is not going to be cute to a jury that somebody like him, with the responsibility he has, with the power that he holds because of the platform he has, does something as irresponsible and irresponsible and just cruel when he's doing it for fun, like it's a hobby or maybe just to promote a new song. A jury's not going to think that's cute, I promise.